Let us first have a moment of silence for the victim in this case. Welcome to 8MC Investigations. I want to thank all of you for watching. We put out weekly interrogation videos, and we have a lot of exclusive content that you've never seen before coming, just like this. So if you're a fan of consistent content, make sure you're subscribed. The absolute best way to support the channel is to subscribe, and if you appreciate what we're doing here, the only violence that I condone is you assaulting that like button. That lets us know we're moving in the right direction. Okay, enough rambling, let's get into it. This is a horrendous story with some absolutely abhorrent people. Vera Jo Reigle was a 24-year-old mother of one. She lived in Findlay, Ohio, with a family that some have compared to the Manson family. There's a documentary that I would suggest all of you go and watch, Messersmith, The Story of Vera Jo. John Crimes poured his heart and soul into this, and he does a phenomenal job helping us all understand the roots of this story and the atrocities that grew from them. He spent months researching, went above and beyond on his production. It will definitely give a good understanding of these characters and the roles that they play. Be warned, nothing about this case is easy to watch. Okay, back to business. Vera was essentially a slave to these people, and at 24 years old, she had the mental capacity of an 8-year-old. She was completely taken advantage of. The interrogations that we have released over the past few weeks have told her story like it has never been told before. Make sure you go and watch them. They are all linked in the description below. Let's make sure that these scumbags have the light shined on them, and Vera Jo Reigle will never be forgotten. This is the 8th video in the interrogation series, the second of 3 interrogations of Danny Bixler Jr., and the final creature that you'll see here in the hot seat. Make sure you check the links in the description below for the other interrogations surrounding this case. This interrogation took place on March 28th, 2011, 2 days after Vera Jo Reigle was murdered. This is the second of 3 police interviews. The final interrogation will be coming very soon, so make sure you're subscribed. You don't want to miss that. Danny is already a career criminal. He's been in and out of jail and prison since his adolescence. He shares a father with Scotty Brooks, which makes them cousin brothers, as his cousin, Sherry, is also his brother Scotty's mother. I could continue to confuse you with this web of incest, but we'll move on. Danny Bixler Jr. was just released from prison on March 3rd, 2011, and arrived in Findlay, Ohio less than a week prior to the murder of Vera Jo, and this is how his interrogation went. Viewer discretion is advised.
Alright, real quick, we gotta go over your rights again, okay? Like we did yesterday.
So I gotta sign it again?
Yep.
Can we just say that we read it and just sign it?
No, sorry, man. 132. Did you read along that one?
I have read.
Let me read you your rights first, okay? You still gotta go through the process. Understand all that?
Yeah.
Any questions about those? Okay. If you want to talk to us, just go ahead and sign your name and print below, right? Couple things we gotta work on, okay? Is obviously the autopsy was completed this morning. She was beat up, okay? And there's a lot of talk going around. She was beat up yesterday. It was not specifically that you and Nicole did it, supposedly some others, okay? So that's the biggest thing we want to hit. And then there's a couple other things we want to hit just to tie up a couple loose ends, okay? So that's what we want to talk about, all right? Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah, I know she was badly beaten when I first got there.
Okay.
Because she had bruises already on her face,
Right.
on her sides and that.
Okay. Was that'd be 2 days ago now. Was that 2 days ago when she was beat up, or we're talking about
when I first
Saturday
came to the house?
She was beat up then?
She was already beat up.
Right. And that's the problem we're having. A lot of people, since this has come out, have come forward and said that the whole household. I mean, it didn't matter who it was just pummeling that poor girl. I mean, we know what happened Saturday. There's also the possibility from the coroner's report. There's internal injuries from something basically up her ass. Something shoved up her ass. Okay, and then obviously all the contusions to the head, some of that stuff. So, trying to find out what you've seen or what happened. I mean, specifically, most of this would have been Saturday. All during the day Saturday. So.
Well, I know Zach shoved a pipe up her ass one day.
Is that something you've seen, or?
Yeah, right there in front of my mouth.
Okay. Was that Saturday, or?
That was like the day, like Friday.
Okay, that'd have been Friday.
Was it Friday or Saturday morning?
That was Zach. Can you describe for me what happened?
It was all over my. Nicole gave him the idea to shove something up her ass, and that and fucking Zach tried to drive her van. He ended up going outside grabbing this yellow pipe. I don't know where the fuck he got it from.
Like a yellow pipe, you said? Okay.
And fucking came in and just.
And she did what he told her?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was literally afraid of everybody in the house.
And I mean, I have to ask it wasn't a sexual thing, right? What he did? I mean,
It was just violence.
Okay.
Just torture.
That's what I mean. It wasn't a sexual thing. It wasn't for her gratification or his gratification sexually. It was just a torture. Okay. What other things have you seen?
You seen him stomping her, hitting her. All the above.
And who does that?
That practically everybody in the house. Only person I haven't seen do anything is Kevin Seen.
Okay.
He's the only person that I did not see do anything.
Okay. Now, is that things that he has seen, or he's not there when that happened?
Yeah, he's not.
Okay. But some of this has happened in front of Sherry?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Zach that shoved the pipe up her rectum. Who was there when he did that?
Nicole, Sherry,
Sherry seen this?
Shannon,
Okay.
and the rest of the boys who were running around the house.
Okay. And where did it happen at?
In Sherry's room.
In Sherry's room it happened?
Mainly everything happens in Sherry's room.
Okay.
Because she constantly sits right there by that dresser.
Alright. She don't move much, does she?
She's either in her room or in Sherry's room, sitting right there by the dresser, by me, staring at the floor.
Okay. And specifically that Saturday, or just a couple days ago, who all was hitting her or anything Saturday? Because like I said, we got a lot of marks, bruises, things that we got to account for.
Nicole, Shannon hit her with the bell a few times, then left the room.
Okay.
Zach, Garth,
What were they doing?
they were just stomping her.
Okay. With the feet or with fists or?
Just, while she's on the ground, just stomping her.
Okay. Anybody else?
Nicole.
The belt. Is that just something that Shannon used, or did other
Nicole used it, Zach used it.
Okay. And where's that belt kept?
The belt was my belt.
Okay.
Nicole ended up breaking my belt buckle on it.
Oh, okay.
And she ended up just taking my belt. I did not know where the belt was at.
Okay.
All I know is somewhere in the house.
And it was just a belt, or does it have something on the end of it?
It's just a belt.
Oh, it's just a belt? Okay. And where would they hit her with that at?
Anywhere.
Just all over? Okay. Is it You said the buckle's broke.
Yeah.
Is it shortened because of the buckle, or just the buckle's off its normal length?
It's the normal length belt.
Just the buckle broke?
Yeah, just the buckle broke.
Okay. And anything else used?
The booth locks, a board,
Okay. What's the locks? Or what are you talking about there?
the lock. They'll put it on the belt and just start beating her.
Okay. How'd they put it on the belt?
Just run it through.
Okay. And what kind of lock was it?
One of the big master locks.
Okay. Like the combinations or the key ones?
Key locks.
Okay. Where'd they keep that, or where was that at?
They was on top of the TV.
Okay.
Now I don't know where it's at.
Anything else?
Um,
You said a board. Where was what?
the board is the paddle that they have.
Okay.
And they would use that.
When you said that pipe, do you know where that pipe's kept, or you thought it was yellow?
Yeah, it was a yellow pipe.
Okay. How round? I mean, could you tell?
No,
So when you do that,
about the size of a 50-cent piece.
okay, about the size of a 50-cent piece. Okay. You said it was yellow, right?
Yeah.
How long?
Roughly say about that one.
Okay. A little over a foot.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you saw it. How far did it go in?
I would say he shoved it in maybe about 5-6 inches.
Okay. Was it something he just shoved it in, or was he
He did.
in and out, in and out? What was he doing?
He did repeatedly in and out there.
Okay. It was pretty hard when he was doing it, I'm assuming? Okay. And what was anybody saying when it was happening?
Nothing. Just telling her to stand there.
And she was standing up when this happened?
Mm.
Okay. And this was Zach, right? Okay. Obviously, you said Sherry saw it because she was. I mean, she don't get out of that bed very often, does she?
The furthest she goes is across the street to the Salvation Army.
Oh, does
That's
she?
the furthest she'll go.
Okay.
Other than that, she's either in bed or by the computer.
Okay. Did you ever see, I guess, sex with anybody having sex with Vera?
Scotty has.
Okay. Can you describe that for me? I mean, is that something?
I didn't see it, but I know he took her upstairs, had sex with her.
Okay. And was that Saturday?
That was Thursday, Friday.
Okay. And can you kind of give me the background on that as far as, I mean, is that something Vera was okay with? Is that something that Vera didn't want to do, but she did?
I don't know.
Okay. Did she go up willingly?
She walked upstairs willingly with him and then came back downstairs, went in the bathroom, took a shower, came back out.
Okay. So you don't know if that was, I mean, she could have been okay with it, or you wouldn't know the difference?
Yeah.
Would anybody else have seen that, or? I mean, as far as them having sex, I know going upstairs and.
All I know is Sherry's like Scotty's upstairs with her right now.
Okay.
That as soon as I came in, that because I went down to the store, the store okay, and I used my food stamp card, and that buy drinks for me, Nicole, and bought some little Debbie's, and that gal's high off my ass at the met. And I ended up coming back with some drinks and little Debbie's, And I'm like, where the hell is Scotty at? Because Scotty was downstairs just kicking it. She's like, he's up there getting his dick wet. I'm like, okay.
Nothing that you know of as far as anybody raping Vera or anything like that? Okay. You want something to drink or anything like that?
Water.
You want some water? Okay. Just something right here.
So they're treating you pretty well over there so far? You got a sonnet?
Nope. I'm a single man. Yeah, I asked him when I went over there, I'm like, you put me in a cell by myself. They're like, yeah, we can do that. They're like, you get along with people? And as long as they ain't from another gang, yeah. I'm gonna block with nothing but white people and one mixed dude.
You know anybody?
Dude, that's in the cell next to me, knows my family, but he doesn't know me that well. He just knows me by looks, but he can't fully figure out who I am. Yeah, that's how I got this shirt. He's like, I got some brand new drawers in there you can have. I kept trying to call my sister. Her phone won't accept calls.
Right.
I'm like, yeah. So he's like, here's an envelope, here's some paper. Go ahead, write her so that way until I can't get a hold of her. Like, you're welcome.
Anything else you've seen while being in there? I mean, just
mainly
cruelty to her?
just mainly them beating her.
Okay. And when you say they, I mean...
Zach, Gar, the Bulls.
Okay. Zach Gar? Does little Chucky do anything?
Chucky stays out of the way.
Okay.
He is honestly the one that I have never seen lay hands on her.
Okay.
But he'll verbally fucking talk to her.
Right.
And that, but bitch, I'll kill you if you fucking hurt my mom, but I never seen him lay hands on her.
Okay. So we're looking at Zach and Garth as the main ones?
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Scotty, he just verbal.
Scotty's verbally?
That's
Okay.
all he is.
Okay. So we got Chucky, who's more verbally, and Scotty.
Yeah.
What about Mike?
Mike, he was verbal as hell when he came back from the hospital with her.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, Mike's literally not a fighter.
Okay. So he's more...
He'll
Mike really didn't do much of anything
No.
except for...
He'll sit back and watch everything.
Okay. Then Shannon, apparently.
Shannon, the only time I seen her do it was that day with the belt. That was the only time
Okay.
I seen her hit her.
And that was Saturday?
It was Friday or Saturday, I'm not for sure.
That's the only time with Shannon?
That's the only time I seen her ever hit her.
Okay. And she just hit her with the belt, or with the belt with a lock?
With the belt with a lock.
Okay. And do you remember where it hit her at or anything like that?
In the back.
In the back? Okay. And then as far as Garth and Zach, what have you seen them doing?
They sock her in the mouth, sock her anywhere, stomp her, hit her with shit.
Like throwing things at her? They kick her any?
Mm-hmm.
And basically they kick and punch her anywhere, face, body. Okay. And specifically Saturday, or that Saturday, the day, we all know what day it was. It's Saturday into Sunday night. This is Sunday morning is when this happened. So, what were they doing Saturday to her?
Mainly kicking the shit out of her all day.
Okay. And kicking her or just punching her?
Kicking her, punching her.
Is anywhere specific or?
Just wherever their foot landed.
Okay. And that was both Zach and Garth? Okay. And does she try to get away when this happened? What'd she do?
She just lays there. She curls up into a ball.
And just takes the hits? Does Sherry try to stop it or anything like that?
Nope. The reason why she don't try to stop it is because she knows how her boys are.
Yeah. You ever seen Sherry hit her? Vera?
With that little back scratcher going like this every time she fucks up on her legs.
Okay.
And it just...
Okay. That's when she's working on her feet or whatever? Where's she hit her at with that?
Just on top of the head.
Okay.
Like bop.
Okay, so it's not like the blanket, it's just enough to...
Yeah. It's just...
Okay. And that's when she works with her feet?
Yeah. Because the back, she was only that big.
Okay.
She just barely...
So if she'd hit her hard enough, it'd probably snap?
Yeah, if she was barely hit her, it would snap.
Okay. You said Kevin Sr. you've never seen touch
I've
her?
never seen him touch.
It's everybody in the house, right? Michael, Shannon.
Mike, Shannon, Scotty,
Yeah, Scott.
Gar, Zach, Sherry, Kevin Sr.,
Then it was you and Nicole then
and
for a short
Nicole,
time. And Chuck.
and Chuck.
And Chucky. That's everybody. Okay. What was Nicole, as far as that Saturday, what was Nicole doing? We got to account for a lot of these injuries, so that's what we're trying to do.
Nicole was mainly taking the belt to her.
Okay. With the lock on it or without? Okay.
Then when Mike and Shannon went to the hospital, she ended up beating the shit out of her. Just zonked her.
Nicole did? That was after Mike and Nicole?
That was after
or
they
Mike
got
got back or when they left?
left.
Okay. After the spray incident
Yeah.
or whatever? Okay. What was Nicole? That was with the belt that she was doing it with? Or?
At the time, it was just her fist.
Okay. Where'd that happen at?
in the middle of Sherry's room in the living room.
Okay. You said that was with Fist?
Yeah.
Where at?
Face, body.
Okay. Was Vera balled up like you had mentioned before, or was she standing up, or
She was balled up.
on the ground? On the ground, or on the couch, or something?
She was on the ground.
Okay.
Right there. Because here's the TV. They got the one stand right here.
Mhm.
Then you got the stand here.
Yeah.
No, they moved that stand. The stand's over in front of the left. They got the little kid right there now.
Oh, okay. So then more in the living room or portion? Okay.
It was in the middle of the archway in the living room area.
Okay. Anybody else hitting her at that time?
Okay.
You had said Zach and Garth during that day and punched, kicked, did a bunch of stuff, but not during this time.
During that time.
Okay. I'm gonna take you back. Going later that night, Mike and Shannon come back. Anybody hit her, punch her, doing anything then?
Nicole did.
She did
Zach
some more?
did.
Okay.
Then I guess Nicole and Zach had a talk. Then Zach's like, look, go with Nicole, she knows what to do.
Okay.
And I was already started to drink.
Right. So Nicole and Zach started beating on her a little bit when Mike got back?
A little bit, but then
Nothing too bad, and then they
nothing
started
too
talking?
bad. Then they started talking.
Now, when you guys left with Vera, Zach said Nicole knows what to do, or something along those lines? Okay. So then what happens?
Well, we left, went down, went across the street from Salvation Army to that parking lot. down that road to the tracks by the factory place or whatever.
Okay.
Went down onto where the overpass is. And that right there on the tracks.
Okay.
And Nicole pulled out the knife, started stabbing her. Then as soon as she dropped down to the ground, Nicole told her to fucking take her clothes. She laid the knife down to grab the clothes, threw the clothes on her side, then started stabbing her again. She's like, now show me your love, and handed me the knife. I stabbed her 6 times. Leg, back. Yeah. And then
You had said the chest. Chest as well?
and I ended up in her back knife. She just went back to town.
Okay.
As soon as she said that, she ain't moving no more.
Okay.
She went down with a knife, started tapping her stick. She was dead. We ended up leaving.
Okay.
She took one where I was standing, threw the knife. I heard it hit the water, and we ended up walking back up.
And then front you were spot on with the knife. I mean, that's almost exactly where you said it was is where they found it, so we do have an eye. Why the clothes? Do you have any idea why she, did she ever say why? Did Nicole ever say why, or, what was going to happen, or what her and Zach talked about?
She never said what Zach never talked about. All I got told is when we walked out, she's like, walk to the tracks. Okay? I know my way to the track.
Right, that's what she told you to do?
Yeah, she's like, just walk to the track. I know exactly where the tracks are.
Right.
And go.
And is that why, or what Vera do? Did she tell Vera to do the same, or Vera just followed you?
She just followed.
Okay. Did somebody tell Vera to go with you guys?
And Nicole did. She's like, come on.
Okay.
She told Vera to come on. And she's like, come on then. She told me to come on my own. So she's like, we're walking to the track. Okay, I know where the track starts. Boom.
And once you were done, what'd you guys do? I mean, obviously she said threw the knife in
She threw the knife, we walked back up the tracks, came back down the road, and on the way back down the road, cops coming up this way. We walked right by an officer.
Okay.
He cut through the parking lot. When we got there right by the dumpster, she took off her pink sweatsuit that had love on it.
Okay.
Threw it in there, and then went around the corner of the Salvation Army and cut the street. She went upstairs, and ended up passing out, ended up back to my sister's.
Okay. Did you remember where all the clothes went?
Her clothes are Vera's.
Okay.
Because I know Nicole threw her clothes in the dumpster, and she threw Vera's over the edge of the tracks, over the railroad track.
Right. Okay. Did you see, or did you put some clothes in the closet up at the Brooks' house?
No.
Okay. Because there was a couple pairs of shoes with blood on them and a pink top that was pulled out of the Brooks' house. Do you recall how that would have got there or anything like that? I mean, or what you did with your clothes?
My clothes, I threw in the laundry basket downstairs.
Okay.
That's what I did with mine.
Okay.
Unless they took them out of the laundry basket and took them upstairs.
Okay.
Are they your clothes or Punky's clothes?
I had Punky shorts on and my t-shirt.
What kind of shoes were you wearing?
The shoes I was wearing were white. They were red ends.
And those would have been upstairs?
Yeah.
They weren't the ones you had on yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what Nicole was wearing? Like what kind of shoes?
Nikes. The blue check on them. I'm not for sure.
Okay.
Did you go check on Vera after she said she was dead?
Yeah.
You said you stabbed her how many times?
6.
You be willing to give up a buccal swab? It's a DNA.
Yeah.
Would that be alright? We got a form we'll read through you, advising you that you don't have to. give it up voluntarily.
I'll give you a swab, I'll give you blood.
Nope. All you gotta do is a Q-tip on the inside of your cheeks. And that's the extent of it. So let me go get that stuff. We'll be back in. All right.
I'll be back soon.
This is basically a consent to collect biological samples for DNA analysis, okay? Says I. We'll go with Daniel. Bixler. Been informed by him Detective Tuttle and DeGraff, okay? Nothing's changed from yesterday. Who properly identified themselves as authorized officers of the Findlay Police Department, which I think you should know that by now. Have my constitutional right not to have the biological samples taken from me without a search warrant. Basically what that means is if you don't want to give it to us, we'll get a search warrant. You understand that? That'd be the only way we could get it. Is getting it from you would be a search warrant if you don't want to give it to us. So that's what that means. Knowing of my constitutional right to refuse to such a search, I willingly give permission and consent to the above-named officers to obtain those biological samples they deem necessary for DNA testing purposes to wit.
Buccal swab. CCAR. Essentially, if we're going to draw blood, we'd say draw blood there. We're just going to use the buccal swabs, which are just little cotton swabs you put inside your cheek.
The above-named officers further have my permission and consent to take from my person the biological sample listed above, which they desire for DNA testing purposes in the case or cases under investigation. This written permission to obtain biological samples without a search warrant is given to me, to the above-named officers, voluntarily and without any threats or promises, or coercion of any kind. Okay, you understand that? We're not standing over you, beating you, making you do this or anything like that. You understand everything? Okay. Any questions about any of that? Okay. So it'll be signed by me on the 28th day. March 2011, 2:16 p.m. Patient consent. Any questions about any of that? You all right with giving that? Okay, like I said, it's just a Q-tip. You just want to sign on the X, put your social security number and date of birth. Right. Excellent. Like we talked about, it's just a Q-tip. What you do is, I'll give you one. Just start on one side, put it on the inside of your cheek, swirl it around, make your cheeks stick out. And then when I'll give you another one, just do the other side, okay? Nothing to it. And as you can see, it's not open.
Okay. You want to mark right and left?
Sure you can.
Probably over
Give you one?
the right cheek.
Yeah, if you want to do your right cheek first, okay?
Thanks. All right. I'll do that.
Okay, that should be good. You do your left. Alright, that should be good. Thank you.
Hold on just 1 second.
Yep.
That's the left, correct? Just so I
Yep.
don't say the wrong thing.
Alright, got a few more questions. Do you know, I know you're not going to be able to know exactly what time you guys went to Destin's. You ain't going to be perfect, but do you remember about what time?
The first time we went over it was around 2 o'clock.
Okay.
We left there like an hour later. It was like 3. Went back to Sherry's. And while we were at Sherry's, I was upstairs. Vera was doing Sherry's legs. Me, Nicole, Scotty, and Zach were upstairs getting high. Came out, went into, because I was staying in Zach's room. Me and Nicole went in Zach's room, laid down, had sex, ended up going back downstairs. Then we ended up going down to the store, bought Pops and some Road Heavies. Then came back. That's when I ended up started drinking because I had a bottle of vodka in the fridge. It was just only a little bit vodka. Started drinking it. Then we ended up going down towards Wendy's because Zach's like, Alan's gonna meet us down here by Wendy's. For while we were walking towards Wendy's and that, I'm like, well, I'm gonna go back over to my sister's and kill my sister. Went back over that way. My sister's like, I wanna get drunk. Okay. I was like, I know this, I wanna party right now. So we went across town to dude's house because we were about to rob dude and take his alcohol and just go back to my sister. Well, dude ended up leaving and went to the bar. So we were out of luck there. So we ended up going back to my sister's. Her boyfriend / whatever you want to call him ended up going out and buying alcohol and came back because he went out and bought more vodka in Smirnoff's and came back. Well, my sister lives upstairs of the part of the apartment and that. She's like, we can't be here when my roommate shows up. Okay. So her boyfriend lives downstairs with his wife. So we ended up going downstairs and was down there. She brought the baby and everything down. I'm like, says, I really don't want to drink around your daughter. I know she's only like 6 months. I really don't want to drink her. So I was mainly outside drinking while everybody else was inside drinking.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't going to drink around the daughter.
So with obviously Vera got killed. Did you guys go to your sister's after Vera got killed?
That was when we went back to the house. I was drunk and Nicole got told by Mike what happened. I didn't get told until after we got back from doing what we did. Mike told me afterwards, which I kind of already knew what it was once it all went down, because Nicole already told her that Mike comes back with bad news. It's over.
So let's go to that angle. Mike gets back. Mike and Shannon get back from the hospital. How recent after that did you guys take Vera for a walk?
About 10-15 minutes
Okay.
afterwards.
So shortly after they got back?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it still light out?
No.
It was dark? Okay. So say 10 to 15 minutes after Mike and Shannon got back, so you guys went for a walk? And how long you guys think you were gone with Vera when you guys went for your walk?
About 15-20 minutes.
Okay, wasn't very long then. So it's pretty much once you got there and then
Yeah.
out. Okay. Once you got back, how long after that did you go to your sister's house?
I was only there. Nicole went upstairs and ended up falling asleep because she was already intoxicated.
Right.
So she fell asleep. Kevin joined at me because I ended up getting his boys drunk.
Right.
So I'm like, well, just get my sister back over here.
Okay.
And I ended up going to the place.
I guess my question is, did Vera get killed before you guys went back to your sister's house the second time?
It was after, because the second time it was me, Zach, and all of us over there.
Right.
I ended up going back by myself over to my sister's.
Right.
She ended up, once the boys were there at the house, it was already done and over with.
Okay. So once Vera was killed,
Yeah.
and then you and all the boys went to your sister's house?
Yes.
Okay. And how long was it after she was killed that you all went back over to your sister's house?
Like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. We only stayed there about an hour.
So after Vera was killed, you went back to Sherry's house, stayed there for roughly 20 to 30 minutes, and then everybody went to your sister's house? Okay.
Because we had to walk up and meet Alan, then we went over.
Okay.
What's this?
When you guys went for a walk, with Vera? I mean, ultimately when she got killed, who was in the house when you guys left?
Sherry, Zach, Gar, and Scotty was upstairs.
Who would have seen you guys leave?
Sherry, Zach, and Gar.
Okay. And did they see you leave with?
Yeah.
Okay. You said Scotty was upstairs?
Yeah. He was upstairs still getting high.
Okay. Did Sherry, Zach, or Garth know what you were doing?
Zach knew what was up.
Okay. And that's from his comment
Yeah.
to you that Nicole knows what to do or something along those lines? Okay.
How was Vera able to walk after all the abuse she was taking that day?
I don't know. She was walking. She was more walking like this. The whole time we walk.
Was she bleeding at that point from anything that had happened?
No.
So she was able to walk there on her own?
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't have to carry her or nobody had to drag her or anything like that? Okay. You guys talk about anything on the way there? Not at all?
The only thing that was said was we gotta go to the tracks.
That was said to you or to Vera or both?
Nicole told me that all we had to do was go to the tracks.
Okay.
So I just walked towards the tracks.
Left tracks.
All I got told was walk towards the tracks.
Okay. So you go to the tracks, Vera gets killed, everything that happens. You come back to the Brooks house, right?
Yeah.
Who'd you tell, or you or Nicole? Who was told what happened?
Nicole told Zach that it's done and over with.
I mean, do you remember exactly what she said?
Not exactly. All I know is she said it's over with. 'Cause that's just to sum it up.
Okay. Anybody else get told?
She went up, gave Mike and them a hug, told her that don't worry about.
Okay.
I think that was it. She really told me too.
Okay. In the story about Larry, where did that come up, or who came up with that, or that she left with Larry?
Zach told us to say that if anything goes down, say that she left with Larry.
Okay.
So that way Kevin would think that she left her.
Okay. How old Zach, anyway?
Zach is 19.
Okay. He's an adult now?
Yeah. Garth's 17.
Yeah, I thought one of them
Chucky's 14.
Okay. There was a comment made by one of the people that there was a toothbrush used that was stuck up Vera's ass, and she was made to brush her teeth with it.
That was Nicole's doing.
Okay. Did you see that?
No.
Okay. Who would have seen that? Do you know?
Nicole. Mainly Nicole. Because she
Okay.
was in the bathroom at the time with her.
Okay. Is that something Nicole told you, or how did that get out?
She came out and said I just made a dumb bitch shove a toothbrush up her ass.
Okay. And did anybody make her eat shit, drink piss, anything like that?
Nicole. Zach.
When was that? Was that same day or something different? Friday?
Thursday she made her drink piss. Friday she made her eat dog shit.
That was Nicole?
Yeah, Nicole and Zach.
And Zach? Okay.
I ended up getting 16.
Okay. So you saw it? What happened?
Zach kept blasting her until she ate it. Blasted her until she drank the piss.
Whose piss was it, or what? What was that?
Zach pissed in a jug, told her to drink it.
Okay.
He's like, you ain't getting no water, you ain't getting nothing out of that fridge. Only thing you're getting is this piss.
Okay. And then Nicole's participating in that too? Okay. You said Zach had beat her until she drank it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The same way as the dog?
Yep.
That was either Thursday or Friday or both days or something?
Both days. One day she drank piss, the next day she ate dog shit.
Okay. Anything else? Think you got out a statement to some of that? No?
That's one thing I don't do.
Because of the family, or you just not going to write out a statement? Okay. But my point is if this goes further, if we charge Zach with something, I mean, obviously you're going to be a witness, so is Nicole, but...
Yeah, the only reason why I want a statement because once Crips find out,
Okay.
that'll be all back for me. Any penitentiary I go to.
Okay. Would you be willing to testify against Zach? No?
To any penitentiary I go to, I'll end up getting killed.
Need some more water? Good.
Still got about half cup.
Okay. We'll step out for a minute, alright? Like I said, a lot of times the reason we step out, we truly are still getting information. I mean, things are still coming in. Obviously, it's fresh. We still got officers out, so. And instead of bringing you over every day, it'd be nice to just get it all done, and then that way we don't have to keep bringing you back or pestering you, okay? We'll see if we got anything else. All right? Alright. Just need a little history there. Button on there. Where are we going? Toledo? And who are your parents? Biological parents?
Mary Louise Bixler, but their maiden name was Pat.
Pat? P-A?
P-E-C-K.
Okay. Is she still living?
No.
Okay, that's what that was? Okay. When did she pass away?
February 20th of 08.
And how did she pass away?
She had a blood clot in her leg
Oh, okay.
and it broke.
Traveled up?
Broke off and it hit the rubber.
Okay. And how old was she at the time?
45, 46.
Okay. And your biological dad?
Daniel Lee Bixler Sr.
Is he still living?
Yep. He's in Marion Correctional Institution right now.
Marion Correctional. What did he do to get in there?
Nearly killed someone. Then had a high-speed chase from Bowling Green, and it ended in Tip.
Okay. Has he been in prison before that, or is that the first time? What's some of his other charges?
Rape. I don't know all of his first cases,
Okay.
but I know he was down for rape.
Has he been in prison most of his life then?
He spent 10 years in his first number. This number, he got 7 years.
Okay. Were you around him much, or?
I met my dad when I was 13.
Okay. Now, was your mother remarried, or?
She ended up getting married to my dad once he got out after his first number.
Okay. So she never had another boyfriend or another?
No.
Okay. And did her and your dad live together until they went to prison?
They were getting a divorce while I was in Northern Ireland Juvenile Community Corrections Facility.
Okay.
They were in the process of getting a divorce. That was in 05. Divorce didn't even get final till 08.
Okay.
And that once she passed away, that's when the divorce was final.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You said you were born in Toledo, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys obviously move down here at some point?
Well, I was in Tiffin, but my mom was life-flighted to Toledo, and I was born in Toledo. We were living in Tiffin.
Oh, okay. So you're born in Toledo,
Yeah.
but actually
Lived in Tiffin.
lived in Tiffin? Okay.
Then when I got kicked out of the house at 14, I moved to Chino, California.
Okay.
Down in Chino for 6 years. And then moved back up this way.
Okay.
Cause I dropped out of school out there, came back this way, got into Columbia. Then found out that my mom wasn't feeling good and all that. So I ended up dropping out of school, going back to the streets, doing street life and that. Drugs left and right, just making money to take care of my mom.
That's when you were living in Tiffin?
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you do out in Chino? Or, I mean, did you have family out there, or how'd you wind up out there?
I went out there just because I had people out there I knew.
Okay.
That I just went out there to live with them.
Like friends and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Went out there, lived with them. Ended up getting my own place out there. Still got my own place out there.
Okay.
Which I'm trying to get hold of my grandma and tell her to sell it.
Does your grandma live out there, or? Okay.
My grandma lives in North Baltimore.
Okay. What'd you do out in Chino?
Sold drugs mainly.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of what you've been doing to survive? Okay. And then you came back to Tiffin.
Yeah, once I found out my mom wasn't feeling good, I came back.
Okay.
Take care of her. My grandpa passed away Thanksgiving Day 2007, because I got told that they were both weren't feeling good, so I came back. I was helping take care of my grandpa and my mom. My grandpa had cancer of the lungs, so I was helping take care of him. Then going right next door to my grandma's house. So the way my grandpa and my grandma's house is set up, it's a 9-bedroom house, but they got a doorway at the bottom of the stairs that they just boarded off. Then the doorway at the top of the stairs they boarded off. So that way they both live in the same house, but it's this half's hers, this half is his.
Okay.
So I would just go right out the door and in the other door.
Okay.
And help take care of both of them.
Okay. Until you moved out when you were 14, did you live with mom?
I stayed with mom.
Okay.
Then I stayed with mom all the way up till I was 14. Then I ended up getting kicked out because I was too big out in the streets. She told me to back off and get out of the light. And so I ended up, alright, whatever, I ended up just leaving. She's like, because she kept telling me if you don't get out of the light, you're going to end up getting out of this house. So I just left.
Right.
I stayed with a few friends in Seven, then ended up coming over this way, walked all the way out here, hitched a ride with this trucker that was heading out that way. Just went all the way out.
Okay. Then you came back. How long were you back before you were back a couple of years before you went to prison, right? Okay.
I was back for like 2 years.
Okay. Then you wound up in prison almost 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you got out March 3rd, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. How'd you meet Nicole, or how'd you guys?
I knew Nicole when she was like this.
Okay.
Through her best friend Joanna and everything.
Okay.
And well, a few days after I got out, I was walking around in Smith. And I ran into Joanna, and Joanna's like, Nicole wants to holler at you. She's over at the library. Okay. So we walked over to the library. I ended up sneaking up on her, scaring the shit out of her.
Okay.
And ended up talking. She said that she was dating one of my homies and that at the time, but he wasn't treating her right. She was in an abusive relationship with him.
Okay.
So I was like, oh god. Ended up telling her to go ahead and call and tell him that you're with me. She called him, told him like it's over. I'm with your best friend. Yeah, that didn't go well.
No. Had problems with the best friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
He ended up showing up at my door. I'm like, dude, just leave.
Right.
I'm like, if I drag you in this house, it's all bad. So he ended up just leaving.
Okay.
He just told me to wash my back. I don't care.
And then you guys have kind of been dating since then?
It has been nothing. It's been anywhere I go, she'll go.
Okay. And she ran away a couple weeks ago, roughly?
No, she got kicked out of her mom's.
Okay.
5 months ago, so she went living with her dad. Her dad kicked her out, so she went and lived with Joanna. And Joanna, then when I bumped into Joanna, she's like, Nicole wants to talk. So when I met her over at the library, she's like, I ain't really got no place to go. I'm doing this thing with Joanna.
Right.
I'm like, okay. So in the meantime, I'm staying with my brother Matt. My brother Matt's like, I ain't gonna have no minor in my house. And that, because one, I don't know if she's a runaway. I don't know what's going on.
Sure.
And he's like, you constantly drink too much, and you ain't getting a minor drunk from my house.
Okay.
So I was like, alright. So I walked all the way up the river bend where my homie Jeff is. And I asked him if I could stay there with her. He's like, look, you can stay here tonight with her. But other than that, you can find another place because once his girl's mom comes home, and that he's like, she ain't gonna allow you to stay here.
Okay.
So we stayed there one night, ended up crashing at his dude Tom's place, which is the next which is the next apartment complex. Ended up staying there for a while. Then we ended up walking around town, and then went out to the park, Oakland Park, and ended up meeting up with my homie Seth out there. And that's when dude ended up shoving her because she had beef with dude's girl, and that because they ended up fighting way before. Dude ended up shoving her, going after her with a knife, and a few of her friends that was walking with Seth. That's how I ended up getting stabbed.
Get stabbed? Okay.
That's the 2 stab wounds. I ended up smashing dude. I ended up curb stomping him, taking his jaw, putting him on the curb and stomping. That has no idea where my work.
Is it? That's what I was going to say. You're aware there's a couple things from Tiffany, or at least one thing from Tiffany?
That's where my work came from.
Okay. Okay. Then you guys wound up here?
Yeah, we ended up leaving town that same day.
Okay.
And went to Sherry's.
Okay, so you went to Sherry's the day, or the same day, or thereabouts at that happened?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to give you a little food for thought, okay? Sherry's doing a lot of talking, okay? Facebook, whatever. Just going to throw a couple of these word for word, okay? Vera was murdered last night by my cousin and 17-year-old girlfriend. They're both in lockup. Girlfriend's pissed off because Vera was looking at my cousin. Because Vera talked to my cousin and looked at him. They tortured her and undressed her naked and gutted her like a fish, then left the train slice her in half. They contemplated her, ripped her body all to pieces, slit her throat, cut off her fingers, cut her eyes out. Asked how Zach was doing. He cried, but he's holding up, still breathing. No. Girl asked if she's okay. She says, no, I'm not okay. Vera's my cousin. And I don't know. Everybody's slamming me. I don't know nothing. Just little pieces of stuff. Talk to the detectives. Just a whole lot of talk on Facebook. She just says it was you and the girlfriend only. They must be. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at this, but they must be yelling at her because she's getting all kind of pissed off, telling them they can all fuck off. But basically, just so you know, man, that whole family's throwing you and Nicole under the bus. So if you think you got loyalty, just know there's no loyalty coming back to you. Okay? And I'm not lying. They ain't been one thing that we've said this whole time that we've been talking to that ain't been the truth. So, all right. Is there anything we need to know about Nicole?
She's temperamental.
Okay.
She's got a temper.
All right. She gonna tell us anything?
She's gonna end up keeping her mouth shut. That's all she.
Even though she's already been charged?
Yeah.
I mean, she's gonna be charged herself. So.
The only way that she'll talk is more like I told her.
Okay.
That's the only way that she'll talk. Because when Officer Brian from Seven called her phone to figure out who I was, she straight told him, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't telling you who he is. I ain't telling you nothing. Then hung up.
Okay. From the assault or whatever
Yeah.
you were talking about earlier? Okay. Do you think she'll be pretty tight-lipped? What'll make her talk?
The only way that I get her to talk is that me tell her.
Okay.
That's the only way that she's gonna talk.
But you know we can't do that, so.
Because I can stand out there and tell them. I can stand out there and tell them.
Okay. Got any questions for us? I think we're about done today. I'll let you finish up. If you want to throw your shirt on there, take your time, man. Okay? We're not rushing. Get you back over there. If there's something, by all means, you got our cards. If there's something that comes up in your head or
I
you
don't know what
decide.
they do with cards. They put them in a bag.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Just ask them. I mean, that, or just if you can remember Tut or Graph or something. Kind of don't know who we're talking to. All you do is just call over here, don't know we're here to talk to you, okay? If there's something that comes up, or you change your mind, did you do want to write a statement, or want to?
If I write a statement, I would have to end up going to PC instead.
I understand what your thing is. I'm just telling you, remember, there's no allegiance to the Brookses, because they got none to you, okay? Just remember that, alright? Because obviously Zach plays a bigger role in this than, what we thought at first. It sure sounds like it. So, I mean, if he's whatever he told Nicole, or, I don't know that conversation yet, but that's kind of important, so. Alright? So if there's something you can think of, something we need to talk about, or let me know. Alright?